Hi there folks, well welcome back to my channel. For this video I'm actually in the wee town of Inchinnan, which is in Renfrewshire. It's between Paisley and Erskine, and yeah, I've stopped off to see something that's actually in the grounds of the Inchinnan Parish Church. It's not the church itself I've come to see, it's something that's actually just outside the front door, but I will explain that in just a moment. And yeah, so again, if you are enjoying my channel, if you enjoy my videos, if you can click on the subscribe button, click on that notification bell, leave some likes, leave some comments, it's always really appreciated. And if you'd like to support the channel further, I will post a link to the channel's TikTok account, and you can also click the join button and become a channel member. So what I've come to see is actually referred to as the Celtic and Templar Stones, which are some carved grave slabs from what I've been able to see online. And they're just right outside the front door, and from what I've read online, they date from the 12th to the 16th centuries. So pretty much from like the entirety of the medieval, the high medieval, into the high medieval, kind of into the early kind of modern period almost. So quite an interesting little thing to have, just sitting outside a local parish church. And again, I will try and link in some information about them online if you want to read up more about them. And yeah, that should be in the description bar below and in the pinned comment. So I'm just going to grab my things and head on around to see these stones. Yeah, spring does seem to be trying to do its thing, but it's still kind of cold right now. Yeah, as they have the saying in Scotland, near cast a cloak till May's it, which kind of pretty much means don't put away your winter clothes until you get into May, because weather can still be pretty damn changeable. But I think the actual stones themselves are just round this corner here. So I think that's the church hall in there. Again, probably something that's often overlooked and not really that well known about, because you always kind of seem to find these wee hidden gems all around Scotland, just wee things that people go, oh yeah, that's there, but anybody outside the local area is just going, what? Never knew about that. But just head around this corner and have a look at these stones. Yeah, you can tell spring's on the way. The bulbs are starting to make an appearance, so you get daffodils. And the stones themselves are right here. Yeah, so they're just underneath this wee porch area, obviously behind lock and key. We try to try and protect them, obviously. So, got one there that's like got a cross slab on it. It's got a cross on it, and also has some Celtic knotwork on it. That one that over there, I think that one there definitely looks older. It looks like it's got animals on it, and a cross on the top. Well, the one at the end, I'll have a look at the top of that one. This one here just seems to be a lot of knotwork. Seems to be more red sandstone, that one. But we'll look at the actual information. Try and get a bit closer. I think the light's reflecting off a bit too much. So this one's the Inchinnan stone number 2. So it's a cross shaft fragment. This portion of a cross shaft is broken at the point where it narrows into the missing crosshead and is lacking its base. So yeah, I think the far end is where it have joined onto the main bit of the crosshead, and it's an almost rectangular fragment with carved relief on all 4 main set faces, although only the top and the side faces survive, slightly tapered towards the top, where there are shoulders sloping towards the crosshead. Each face has a cable moulded border and is divided into 3 panels of heavy interlaced pattern with a broad plain braid. So it seems to be being reused as a grave slab, and they've dated this one to the 9th to 11th century. So actually, some of them are a bit older than what I was thinking or what I'd seen online. Try and get a wee bit closer to this one, so I can pause and read. This is stone 3, and this one again is dated to the 9th to 11th century. So it does appear that maybe what the other information I had online is not exactly accurate. And yeah, the carving on this one is definitely a lot clearer. Yeah, so a lot of these do tend to appear to be early to medieval. Yeah, so they have been doing some documentation work on the stones themselves. Also kind of creating a digital copy of them. It's probably quite good for future investigation and study. So yeah, the village is here because of St. Conval. Yeah, so these belong to the Govan School, so are similar to the ones that we found in the Inchinnan Parish Church. Yeah, so Paisley has got the Baroque cross, so the Baroque cross would have been standing just up there, so just kind of beyond Inchinnan, but a bit more towards Erskine. So okay, interesting little thing to see. Definitely something that should be made more of and be highlighted more. Yeah, I'd actually give me we could circuit walk right round the church, see if there's any more stones. And actually there is. I could come round the long way and almost like within what, 50 yards, 100 yards from the car, came across these. So I'll turn the camera around and try and have a closer look. Yeah, so these ones are not covered, but they are kind of kept out of the wind and rain mostly. So these must be the 17th century ones. Yeah, so the ones I saw around the other side must be the ones that are referred to as the Celtic ones, the Celtic stones. Well, these must be more the ones that are referred to as the Templar Stones. But again, they are the Templar Stones. So I'm just seeing the information board just up there, so I'll have a wee look at them when I get round. Yeah, these ones are definitely a lot more weathered. Yeah, so these ones here, like this one here, kind of reminds me of the hogback stones that you get like places like Luss and Inchinnan Parish Church, but they're not, because they're too modern, they're too recent to be the hogback stones. I'll try and have a look at the information boards here. Yeah, so this one here is just a replica. It's just a repeat of the other one that I saw around our side talking about Inchinnan and St. Conval. But this one here is talking about the Templar Stones. Yeah, so this is when a lot of the digital work that's carried out on stones like this come in really handy, because sometimes you can't quite make out the carvings on the stones, but when they carry out digital work on them, it actually highlights quite a lot of what's actually carved onto them. So this is when archaeology really comes in handy. Oh, that's the back of the car. It was a quick wee visit, but I definitely saw more than what I was expecting to see. I wasn't expecting to see as much as they had. And the fact that, yeah, that when you look at it on like the A route planner or on Google Maps, what you generally tend to kind of come across is the ones at the front door. It's because I hadn't realised that. Well, I knew there were Templar Stones as well, but wasn't too sure exactly whereabouts they were being kept. It wasn't until I came around the long way and just stumbled across them when I was walking back to the car. And yeah, it's definitely an interesting little spot to come and visit and spend some time at. Definitely something I think is quite overlooked and not very well known about, or known about at all, really. Because even though I know Renfrewshire pretty well, and I've been in and around the area for a good few years now, I hadn't realised there was these stones here at Inchinnan. So yeah, definitely something to try and highlight and get the word out a bit more. But hopefully you've found this video interesting. Hopefully you've kind of sparked maybe a bit of interest to come and visit this little bit of Renfrewshire. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.